So you've gone and picked up an M14, you fired it a few times and now you're looking up to the sky due to the recoil. You swap it back for your original gun, you vow to never touch this monstrosity again and leave the game. Then you go into the Creator class screen, browse through the assault rifles and notice that you have the option to slap a grip on this beast. Now you may be wondering, just how effective is this grip? I had the same question, so I decided to compare two M14s, one with a grip and one without. The grip seems to be a popular choice among users of the M14 in-game and we're going to find out why. I'm going to do two tests in this video. Hipfire spread, meaning I'll just fire the weapon as fast as the game will let me without aiming down the sights, and again just firing as fast as possible while aiming down the sights. I'm not going to control the recoil on either of the tests because that would be stupid. First thing I'm going to do is to check to see if the grip has any effect on the spread. Although it might seem a little redundant testing to see if the hipfire spread is reduced when using the grip, as the grip's only going to reduce the weapon recoil and not the spread as stated in the game. But that's the whole point of this video, to test things and to shoot balls in the name of science. Or as a quick and handy reference for those curious about the effects of the grip. By the way, I'm using Scavenger Pro, Sleight of Hand Pro and the Marathon Pro perks. I didn't want to make the test unfair by using steady aim or anything that may increase or decrease the accuracy. I'm using the exact same setup and perks for my vanilla M14 and gripped M14 versions. Well, with the exception of the pistols being different, but that's not the point. Here we have the results of the spray tests, and to be honest I didn't notice that much of a difference. Seems like the results are pretty much alike in terms of spread. Sometimes the spread is smaller, other times it's not. The patterns are a little too random to put complete faith in this weapon's hipfire ability. Then again, I and most people would choose not to hipfire the weapon, the M14 anyway, unless absolutely necessary. Like being caught out in the open, for example, when you don't have time to look down the sights and fire accurately. But it's all really down to personal preference, and in the end you use the gun the way you want, or just use whatever feels right to you. Whether it's firing in bursts, firing single shots, or going full all. So in summary for this test, the grip hasn't really made any improvements to the M14 spread. Now I think it's time to move on to the aim down sights recoil test to see how the gripped M14 handles against its unaltered twin. Alright, now it's time to see why the M14 with a grip is a popular choice among players. This is where the grip really shines, well reduces recoil, never mind. For these tests, I'm going to fire as fast as I can and not control the recoil to give a better idea of the grip's effectiveness. With a weapon that suffers from high recoil like the M14, then it seems like a natural choice to have the grip, unless you don't want to kill people to death with your bullets. To those who have seen my previous video, or even just fired an M14 at a wall in-game like I am right now, you may already know how predictable and linear the recoil of the M14 is, as it kicks upwards only. By adding the grip, you're only reducing the amount of upward kick and also taking into account that the gun won't kick in any other direction. The lack of shot deviation will make getting kills and even headshots more achievable. Combining the power and the accuracy that the M14 already has makes it lethal in the hands of skilled players. Add a grip into the equation and you've got the equivalent of taping swords onto the arms of an incredibly pissed off gorilla. Heads will roll, or be shot off in this case. This is an accurate combination, just take my word for it. From the test seen here, it can be seen that the grip will reduce recoil most of the time, and also by a considerable amount. I would hazard a guess at about a 20% reduction, which is a decent increase of hitting your enemies. Even though 20% doesn't sound like a great increase, any reduction in recoil is always welcome. So it's really up to you if you want to put a grip on this weapon, or put a scope on this weapon, or run about with Warlord with both on, and do your own thing. I hope this video helped some people, and thanks for watching.